Hi everyone, good evening. क्या हाल चाल है सबके? Yash Tugar once again welcome you all to today's live. Of course, we're going to learn a lot of new things, a lot of interesting facts we are going to discuss about markets, and a lot of new learnings is going to happen, right? And of course, last week we saw a good consolidation in markets, but yes, looks like it's poised for a could move next week, right? Which way we'll discuss in details. काफ़ी कुछ हम आज नया भी सीखने वाले हैं and of course there's going to be a lot of interaction, a lot of learnings today. Okay. So सबसे पहले is my chart of Nifty visible and my voice is clearly audible. Just a quick yes on the chat box if you're able to see my screen on Nifty, the chart of daily charts of Nifty as well as my voice is audible to everyone. Just say a quick yes on the chat box so that I'm aware that yes, everyone is able to hear me properly. Okay, perfect, great. So of course, last week we had a good consolidation in Nifty, but now the $1,000,000 question is that whether Nifty will give a all-time high breakout or is this something which is a distribution which is going on like 2018, right? So I got a lot of questions also last week. Is that मार्केट तो अच्छा कर रहा है बट हमारा पोर्टफोलियो गिरते जा रहा है एंड ऑफ कोर्स the main issue in the markets is that the stocks are not performing and the market breadth, so which I always focus on in every live, is not that great, right? So we are going to discuss about all these things about market kis taraf ja sakta hai and of course a lot of learnings, right? So before we start, right? So of course today is a special announcement also there for you all, so be there till the end so that yes, you can benefit out of that and of course of the learnings which you are going to give. Okay, so let's start from Nifty. Okay, so Nifty में सबसे सबसे important चीज जो है वो है क्या? That is the last day's low. जो ये low बनाया था last day, right? So that is a very very important low, right? And why I would say this, because it went inside the gap. ये gap जो gap up था, right? It went inside it, but it did not sustain and it recovered, right? So 18,250 was a strong support. Now 18,200 becomes my now a very very strong support level, because below that I'm clearly saying a retest of 18,000 levels, right? There's gap fill. So next week के लिए जो सबसे important level रहेगा on the lower side would be 18,200, the low which was formed on last day. Okay, so एक बहुत ही important I would say एक factor रहेगा. Okay, and this last month low will also be a very very last week's low will also be very very important, because if we see the derivatives data, there was good amount of writing at the 18,200 puts, right? So derivative data के हिसाब से भी that is a very very strong support level. Okay, clear? Now one more important thing which you have to consider on what we are going to do is the breadth of the market. तो last day भी हमने देखा what happened was Nifty was recovering, but overall breadth, if you see Nifty also only 14 stocks were in green and 36 stocks were in red, right? So जब तक ये रेशियो 50-50 के ऊपर नहीं आता, similarly for Nifty 500, 156 stocks in green and 343 stocks in red, right? So it was 1:2. जब तक ये 1:1 नहीं आता तब तक it is not a good sign for the markets, right? So if we see any rise coming from tomorrow, right, we have to follow this breadth ratio very very carefully, friends, right? So I कितने लोग सबसे पहले मुझे बताओ कि ये breadth ratio को follow करते हो, right? You can see it in Stockage, you can see it in various other apps and websites as well, right? So how many of you see this religiously, that yes, the breadth ratio I see and of course I follow that religiously? जल्दी से मुझे बताओ चैट बॉक्स पे. Because this is something which is a very very important thing, right? And plus if we see जब तक ब्रेथ मार्केट का ठीक नहीं होता, दिस रैली टू सस्टेन इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट, राइट, which I mentioned in my Twitter also. So how many of you see the breadth, market breadth data on a daily basis? I'm not getting much answers. Okay, so I hope most of you are not seeing, but again, it is very important to see this data because this defines that yes, whether the market, because अभी जो friends, what's happening in the market is market का index जो है that is at a same zone but stocks are continuously falling, ठीक है. तो इसका दो मतलब है, या तो biggies are trying to frustrate the investors and the short term traders, and they want to get all that short term traders out of the trade and then the markets will move up, or this is pure distribution, right? So what I feel next week is that a big move is going to come on the either side, ठीक है. जो जो लेवल्स हमें ध्यान में रखने हैं नेक्स्ट वीक के लिए फॉर निफ्टी एज वेल एज स्मॉल मिड कैप इंडेक्स के बारे में भी बात करूंगा मैं, इज 18,200 फॉर ऑन द लोअर साइड एंड 18,450 ऑन द हायर साइड. ये दो लेवल बहुत क्रूशल है नेक्स्ट वीक के लिए. जैसे ही ये लेवल ब्रेक होता है आइदर साइड, वेदर इट ब्रेक्स ऑन द हायर साइड और इट ब्रेक्स ऑन द लोअर साइड, आई थिंक वी कैन सी अ वेरी वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग मूव इन निफ्टी. ओके, सो 18,200 ये मेंशन एकदम क्लियरली हमें ध्यान रखना है. ओके, एंड ऊपर में 18,440 जो लास्ट वीक का हाई था, ठीक है. लास्ट वीक का हायर लो इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज वी सॉ काइंड ऑफ अ स्पिनिंग टॉप कैंडल ऑन दी वीकली चार्ट्स, राइट. तो ये कैंडल का हाई और लो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज इफ दिस लो ब्रेक्स एंड वी सस्टेन बिलो इट, दिस वोंट बी गुड फॉर द मार्केट्स बिकॉज द मार्केट ब्रेथ इज मिसिंग, ठीक है. अगर नेक्स्ट वीक से मार्केट ब्रेथ इंप्रूव होना चालू होता है तो ऑल टाइम हाई के चांसेस विल इंक्रीज अ लॉट, राइट, बिकॉज मार्केट ब्रेथ अगर सपोर्ट कर रहा है तो निफ्टी को ऊपर बढ़ना इतना डिफिकल्ट नहीं रहेगा. बट इफ यू अगेन सी दैट निफ्टी इज इन ग्रीन एंड ओनली 10, 15, 20 स्टॉक्स आर इन ग्रीन एंड 30 स्टॉक्स इन रेड, राइट, तो वो चीज़ सस्टेनेबल नहीं है, राइट. जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना कि कोई भी चीज़ अगर सपोज इफ इन क्रिकेट आई टेक एन एग्जाम्पल दैट अ पर्सन दैट वन ऑफ बैटर कमिंग एट द लोअर एंड ऑफ द बैटिंग हिट्स अ सेंचुरी, राइट, तो वो एक वन ऑफ इंस्टेंस है, राइट. इट कैन नॉट सस्टेन कि अब आप उसको ओपनर नहीं बना सकते, राइट. सेम वे इन मार्केट्स, इफ द मार्केट इज कंटिन्यूसली मूविंग अप and the market breadth is bad, right, so that move cannot sustain, right, or that move is a distribution move, right. So how many of you agree with this? Quickly write in the chat box, right, that market breadth is very very important for us to track and for this rally to sustain, right. Or do you feel that this is going to continue whether the index is going up and the stocks are not moving? Do you think this can continue without the market breadth improving, or do you agree with what I'm saying? Because I want to know your views as well, because again it's very important to see what the janta is thinking. Okay, so Prashant is telling agreed. Okay, very good. I think our audience हमारी आज जागी नहीं है पूरी तरीके से. I want more participation from everyone so that we can have a good discussion, right? Okay, okay, Siddharth is telling agreed. Yes, okay, very good. Okay, so friends, what I believe and what I've been seeing in the markets for the last few years, that yes, if this rally has to sustain, then the market breadth and the broader market participation should definitely be there. Okay, so yes, Padman is telling also agreed. The stock movement is important. Rohit is also telling yes. Okay, very good. So of course, see, all these things are very very important for us to note. Okay, as in when we break 18,440, I think, and the market breadth improves, I think the markets can hit all time high even next week also, right, because bank nifty is already strong and it's hit a all time high. Okay, so next week के लिए बहुत crucial है market breadth को follow करना and definitely ये देखना कि this improves gradually or not, ठीक है. निफ्टी में ऑफ कोर्स नेक्स्ट वीक के लिए मैंने लेवल्स बता दिया है, नेक्स्ट वीक के लिए व्यू बता दिया है, और नेक्स्ट वीक के लिए प्लान ऑफ एक्शन भी बता दिया, बिकॉज if 18,200 breaks and already the market breadth is bad, right? I think we can see we can tell this as a distribution of stocks, जहाँ पे index is being placed at one place, right? Index को एक जगह रख रहे हैं and stocks को sell कर रहे हैं, right? And if the other way around happens, we break 18,440 and the market breadth improves, आपको 1:1 भी दिखा कि यहाँ निफ्टी में 50 में 25 स्टॉक्स भी ग्रीन में और 25 रेड में, then also I think this rally would continue and we are going to cross the all time high very soon. Okay, so friends, view is clear. Okay, next of course bank nifty. Okay, so bank nifty, as I have told you again and again, that is the more stronger index, right? All time high के ऊपर second weekly closing, right, which is very good. Okay, so banking stocks clearly are very very strong. Okay, अब banking stocks में अब जो further trail हमें stop loss को करना है वो है 42,000 के आसपास, बिकॉज दैट वाज द प्रीवियस ऑल टाइम हाई ब्रेकआउट. ओके, सो 41,900 पे हम एक ट्रेलिंग रखेंगे, बिकॉज उसके नीचे वापस ये वीक हो जाएगा बैंक निफ्टी एंड इट कैन फिल दिस गैप्स विच इज लस फॉर्म, राइट? तो बैंक निफ्टी के लिए बहुत क्रूशियल लेवल ये है. एंड ऊपर में एक छोटा सा रेजिस्टेंस बैंक निफ्टी ले रहा है 42,600 के आसपास. जैसे ही इसको ब्रेक करेगा आई थिंक वी कैन सी अ शार्प अप मूव ऑन बैंक निफ्टी. ओके, ओवरऑल बैंक निफ्टी लुक स्ट्रॉन्ग. आई थिंक ब्रेथ भी comparatively ठीक है. PSU banks are also doing good. Okay, so bank nifty comparatively looks stronger than nifty. Okay, so levels मैंने बता दिया. I think bank nifty and metals can lead the index next week. Okay, again a disclaimer from my side, all the stocks and views discussed are purely for educational purpose in this webinar. Please consult your financial advisor before taking any action. We are not responsible. This is purely an educational webinar. Okay, सो कमिंग टू द वेरी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग इंडेक्स, दैट इज स्मॉल एंड मिड कैप. ठीक है, तो स्मॉल कैप के लिए मैंने आपको एक लेवल दिया था 9,600 का, राइट? ऑफ कोर्स वी वेंट बिलो इट, राइट, बट वो मार्केट्स में एक स्ट्रॉन्ग रिकवरी आई. ओके, एंड 9,600 वाज डिफेंडेड, राइट? सो 9,600 गॉट डिफेंडेड लास्ट वीक ऑन क्लोजिंग बेसिस. ठीक है, तो अभी जो ब्रॉडर रेंज है वो लास्ट डे का लो इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर स्मॉल कैप इंडेक्स. ठीक है, लास्ट डे का लो अगर ब्रेक हो जाता है आई थिंक दैट वुड बी वेरी वेरी बैड फॉर द इंडिसेस, बिकॉज इट वाज ऑलमोस्ट विद द लो ऑफ द October month as well. Okay, and the small cap index has to close over 9,800 consistently at least 2 days, because last time भी ये close होके ये sustain नहीं कर पाया. So 9,800 के ऊपर 2 दिन closing आया, then definitely निफ्टी पे तो it will be a very good thing, right? But if the small cap indices breaks last day's low and closes below it, I think then we have to be very very cautious. So next week may be ready for quick decisions, right? If you think that नहीं markets में breadth improve नहीं हो रहा है, small cap index last day का low break कर रहा है, you should start making your portfolio towards more on the cash side or the alternative asset classes like silver or maybe liquid Bs or maybe something on the safer side, right? Because what happens is once this distribution happens, right, जो ये distribution चल रहा है अभी, जो stocks नहीं बढ़ रहे हैं and सिर्फ selective stocks are running in the markets, this is a very very critical thing, because normally क्या होता है, हमें लगता है इससे ज़्यादा और क्या गिरेगा या हमारे stocks अभी नहीं चल रहे हैं, आगे जाके चलेंगे. सो यू हैव टू बी वेरी वेरी केयरफुल. सो यहाँ पे मैं आपको एक चीज़ क्लियर करना चाहूँगा कि नेक्स्ट वीक यू हैव टू बी ऑन योर टोज. ठीक है, अगर आपको जैसे ही देखा मार्केट ब्रेथ इंप्रूविंग, निफ्टी इज गिविंग अ ब्रेकआउट, then of course we can look for fresh buying and we can add on to the good stocks which you are already holding. But अगर आपको लगता है कि नहीं market breadth is not improving, then of course you have to think about exiting your losers as well and maybe converting it to other asset classes. Okay, so what's your view, because ये आपका view भी जानना बहुत जरूरी. What do you think, will the market breadth improve and the broader markets will start participating? Because this is again a very difficult question to answer, but I want your views as well, so that we can at least try and analyze that what's going to happen. Okay, but again, analysis is ज़्यादा, your decision making should be strong next week. Again, I'm telling you in early I'm giving you a kind of a warning. It's not a warning, but yes, it's something which is very important that you act very quickly, because अगर आपने act नहीं किया So I think it would be very very difficult for you to exit losing stocks. ठीक है, तो जल्दी से मुझे बताओ चैट बॉक्स में, व्हाट डू यू फील? डू यू थिंक द ब्रॉडर मार्केट्स विल स्टार्ट पार्टिसिपेटिंग? और मुझे एक छोटा सा वन लाइनर रीज़न भी देना, बिकॉज मैं चाहता हूँ कि आपके हिसाब से भी थोड़े बहुत इनपुट्स आने चाहिए. ठीक है, Sandeep is telling agree. What do you agree with, Sandeep? Please write a one-liner. Do you agree with the improvement market participation in the broader markets and the markets moving up, or do you feel that no, this distribution is going to continue? Right? Because ये ज़्यादा अभी जो ये लास्ट वीक हुआ है, उसके बाद एक नेक्स्ट वीक आई थिंक दिस विल टेक अ वन वे मूव, राइट? Expect India and world markets to be range bound consolidated till December end. Okay, Padman is telling range bound December end तक रहेगा. Okay, fair enough. Any other views? I would be happy to listen to you all. Okay. So what I feel, friends, is of course markets are at a very crucial stage. तो यहाँ पे हमें जो हम बोलते हैं ना कि डिसीजन देने के बदले वी शुड बी रेडी टू एक्ट ऑन द वॉट एवर हैपन्स, जो मार्केट जिस हिसाब से हमें दिखाता है नेक्स्ट वीक. बिकॉज येस, अभी तक तो स्ट्रेंथ है निफ्टी में, बैंक निफ्टी में. ब्रॉडर मार्केट्स लिटिल वीक, बट येस नॉट वेरी वेरी वीक. ठीक है, बट अगर ये वीकनेस कंटिन्यू रहा नेक्स्ट वीक, स्टॉक्स डोंट मूव, देन ऑफ कोर्स दिस इज समथिंग टू फॉर अस टू वरी. The bank nifty metals will help in uptrend, support from global cues. Okay, agree, expecting good move now. Okay, Upinder ji is saying I expect it to be range bound till mid December. So mostly the view is, I think you're expecting range bound to a good move, right? So no one is expecting a fall. Okay, so okay, let's see. I also have the similar view that yes, we should see a bounce back, but again, if we don't see, don't be सिटिंग ऑन योर चेयर, राइट? खाली आपको बैठ के देखना नहीं है कि मार्केट्स गिर रहे हैं और डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन चल रहा है एंड यू जस्ट सिटिंग कि हाँ चलो मेरे स्टॉक्स. डोंट सिट इन होप, राइट? यू हैव टू बी वेरी एक्टिव इन योर डिसीजन मेकिंग दैट येस, इफ यू एम नॉट गेटिंग, इफ आई एम द स्टॉक्स आर नॉट मूविंग, आई शुड थिंक ऑफ एग्जिटिंग एंड मे बी लेटर ऑन जब स्ट्रेंथ दिखेगा तब देखना जरूरी. ओके, actually it should be pure consolidation zone for at least 1 month. 18,000 to 18,500 should be range for nifty. Broader markets should not be the biggest rally spending. Okay, very good. So of course I think the broader view for everyone is there should be a consolidation, and some of them are telling ki rally banni chahiye. Let's see what happens next week. Okay, similar there for the mid cap index. Mid cap index also looks little weak, right? If we just kind of draw a trend line, it's at a trend line support zone. Okay, so last day का जो low है, that is also very very important for the mid cap index also, right? If that breaks and we close below it, I think the time is going to be tough for the mid cap stocks also. Okay, बहुत important है last day का low, and if we have to show some strength, then I think we have to cross again 31,500, बिकॉज 31,500 पे एक स्ट्रॉन्ग रेजिस्टेंस है, लाइक जो पहले भी था, जिसको क्रॉस करके 1,000 पॉइंट्स का रैली, 500-600 पॉइंट्स का रैली आया था. ओके, सो फॉर नेक्स्ट वीक वी हैव टू सी 31,500. इफ यू ब्रेक दैट, देन ऑफ कोर्स वी आर गोइंग टू सी अ गुड मूव इन द मिड कैप इंडेक्स. बट इफ यू ब्रेक लास्ट डेज लो, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, देन यू हैव टू थिंक अबाउट एग्जिटिंग योर मिड कैप स्टॉक्स, because then and we break and we close below it, that is very important. Okay, so again I think this is going to be a power packed week next week, and we're going to give a lot of live updates of what's going to happen or what's happening in the markets. Okay, so stay tuned with us. Okay, and now let's come to the US markets. Okay, so US markets, of course, last week despite all the ups and downs, it was kind of consolidating, right? जब तक यूएस मार्केट्स 32,500 के ऊपर है, आई थिंक यूएस मार्केट्स आर नॉट लुकिंग बैड. ओके, चार्ट्स काफ़ी अच्छे हैं, डाउ जोन्स के हो, नस्डैक के हो, द चार्ट्स आर लुकिंग गुड इन द यूएस मार्केट्स. देयर इज अ स्मॉल बिग हर्डल, आई वुड से 34,300, राइट? वहाँ पे जाके हमें एक पॉज दिख सकता है यूएस मार्केट्स में, बट आई थिंक ओवरऑल द ट्रेंड इज स्ट्रॉन्ग. देयर इज अ ट्रेंड लाइन ब्रेकआउट एज वेल. वीकली चार्ट में भी अगर हम देखें तो एक ट्रेंड लाइन का ब्रेकआउट हो चुका है, एंड वी हैव सीन 2 weeks वी हैव क्लोज्ड अबाउट इट, राइट? बट वंस वी गिव अ 34,300 के ऊपर वीकली क्लोजिंग, आई थिंक दिस वुड बी अ फ्रेश ब्रेकआउट. ओके, so very important to see those levels. Okay, Nasdaq also has given a kind of a double bottom breakout, okay, and is sustaining above it, okay. So yes, Nasdaq also looks good, okay. And though of course सब रिसेशन की बातें कर रहे हैं यूएस में, सब layoffs की बातें कर रहे हैं, but the price is still sustaining over the breakout, so that is good, okay. And if anything is going to happen, anything bad happens, the price will start taking it into account, right? So you don't have to worry about all this what's there. Of course the situation is not that great, right? But again markets work on future, they don't work on present. तो ये आपको ध्यान रखना बहुत ज़रूरी है, ठीक है, कि ये चीज़ आई थिंक कितने लोग सबसे पहले तो मुझे ये चीज़ को फॉलो करते हैं कि मार्केट्स डोंट वर्क इन प्रेजेंट, दे वर्क इन फ्यूचर, बिकॉज दिस इज अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग। और ये हम अपने क्लासेस में बहुत डिटेल्स में समझाते हैं कि येस प्लीज़, अगर आप मार्केट्स में चाहे आप टेक्निकल देख रहे हैं, फंडामेंटल देख रहे हैं, कुछ भी देख रहे हैं, बट यू हैव टू बी फॉरवर्ड लुकिंग। अगर आप सोचेंगे कि आज के हिसाब से मार्केट चलेगा तो मार्केट डज नॉट वर्क लाइक दैट, ठीक है। एंड इसी के साथ मैं फर्स्ट अनाउंसमेंट आई विल डू, सो आवर नेक्स्ट बैच इज गोइंग टू स्टार्ट फॉर टेक्निकल्स एज वेल एज डेरिवेटिव्स इन दिसंबर, राइट। टेक्निकल्स एंड डेरिवेटिव्स दोनों के लिए जो भी हमारे यूजर्स अभी लाइव हैं, till tomorrow markets, the market start, we have 5% off for you where we teach from the pure basics, right? तो जिनको भी टेक्निकल बहुत बेसिक से सीखना है एंड सीरियसली सीखना है, they want to when you want to earn as well as learn as well as earn with us, right? So you can go to the link that's there in the description. Our team will also share it with you, right? And you can enjoy 5% off till tomorrow morning, okay? And there's another special announcement which I'll do it in at the end, okay? So आपको ये चीज़ फॉलो करना बहुत ज़रूरी है कि व्हाट्स देयर हैपनिंग इन द फ्यूचर, राइट। प्रेजेंट में तो सब मार्केट्स को देखते ही हैं, ओके। सो ओवरऑल नास्डैक एंड डाउ जोन्स लुक्स गुड, देयर इज अ डब्ल्यू पैटर्न ब्रेकआउट आल्सो इन नास्डैक, ओके, डबल बॉटम आई वुड से, राइट। सो यस, यूएस मार्केट्स में भी उतने कुछ खराबी नहीं है। Nasdaq के लिए एक important level है 11,500. If we close below it, then little weakness can come, right? But again, जब तक इसके ऊपर, I think Nasdaq is also looking good. Okay. One thing which is there, that's the dollar index, right? So dollar index में weakness is there. So it is trading near the 200-day exponential moving average, which is a very very strong pullback level always for the dollar index, right? So ये जो 200-day I would say the जो moving average है, that was acting as a support, right? जब ये breakout हुआ था जून में $91 पे, उसके बाद से 200-day moving average नहीं तोड़ा है डॉलर इंडेक्स ने, right? So and there's a support also at $105, right? एक strong support zone भी है यहाँ पे। So let's see, ये level अगर टूट जाता है to be more good for our markets, because dollar index getting weak is very good for our markets, ठीक है। और अभी के लिए जो स्ट्रॉन्ग रेजिस्टेंस जोन है वो है $107 to $108, ये एक स्ट्रॉन्ग रेजिस्टेंस जोन है। जब तक इसके नीचे है डॉलर इंडेक्स, आई थिंक इट्स गुड फॉर आवर मार्केट्स एंड गुड फॉर द यूएस मार्केट्स एज वेल, ठीक है। तो डॉलर इंडेक्स को भी बहुत क्लोजली वॉच करना है, एंड सेम फॉर यूएसडी आईएनआर। यूएसडी आईएनआर मैंने बोला था 80 लेवल्स आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग, तो वहाँ से एक बाउंस बैक आया है, बट अगेन यूएसडी आईएनआर ऑल्सो 82 लेवल्स आर वेरी वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग रेजिस्टेंस लेवल्स, राइट, जहाँ से एक छोटा सा आई वुड से कंसोलिडेशन का ब्रेकडाउन था, ओके। सो 82 के ऊपर अगर वापस यूएसडी आना चला जाता है, आई थिंक दैट वुड बी लिटिल वरीसम फॉर आवर मार्केट्स, राइट, बिकॉज करेंसी डेप्रिशिएटिंग इज नेवर गुड, ओके। एंड इफ यू ब्रेक दिस स्विंग लो, देन वुड बी लोअर हाई लोअर लो फॉर्मेशन विच वुड बी वेरी गुड फॉर आवर मार्केट्स। सो यूएसडी आना जो लोग ट्रेड करते हैं, ट्रैक करते हैं, 80.5 इज अ स्ट्रॉन्ग सपोर्ट, राइट। सो उस लेवल के नीचे वी कैन अगेन मे बी थिंक ऑफ गोइंग शॉर्ट, or maybe that would be very very good for our markets, because USD INR going weak is a very very good sign for us, okay. So next I think we would focus on silver. So again silver has given a very good retest of the breakout, right? तो इसके बारे में, सिल्वर के बारे में मैंने ऑलरेडी बहुत बार बात की है, राइट, बिकॉज सिल्वर as I've been telling you for the last so many years, so many years का जो strong support था, right? If you see on the monthly charts, there was a strong yearly support, right, from where it has bounced back, that is $18, right? And as an investment this looks very good, okay, and it has retested the breakout. So 20.5 से 20.75, I think that was a good level, to add silver. So कितने लोगों को like we are holding silver and we are adding it on dips, because I think I'd be happy to see how many people are actually acting on it. So our team has also shared the link of our classes. So if any doubts, any questions you have, you can go to the link and you can also WhatsApp us. And this offer is there till tomorrow morning only, till the market opens. So we don't lose this opportunity. And I think our team has informed me that only 2 or 3 seats are left in this batch, because we don't take more than 7 8 students. So don't miss this opportunity. Learn from the pure basics, and you can become a self-independent trader after this. Okay. Silver, as I told, yes, it's retesting the breakout. Okay, and you think you should continue holding it with as an investment purpose. Okay, very good. Adding Rohit is holding silver. I think Padman is adding silver Bs for SIP. Very good way uh, to invest in silver. I think this everyone should do as kind of SIP in silver Bs, right? Where every month you can add off of similar amount, right? And this won't cost you also much, right? So it is very important that you consistently kind of invest without seeing the price, because this is a long term investment and this can be an alternative asset class. Because अगर equity में आपका पैसा नहीं बना, for example the stocks don't move, at least you'll have something else for helping your portfolio. Okay, so with this we have done the broader market discussion. Okay, now I'll be coming to the stock specific discussions. Okay, so आज मैंने 30 stocks choose किए हैं. SBI के बारे में सबसे पहले बात करते हैं. Okay, again a disclaimer, whatever stocks we're discussing are purely for educational purpose. These are not recommendations. Please consult a financial advisor before taking any decisions. We are not responsible for your action. This is purely an education webinar. So SBI को मैंने क्यों चूज किया? ऑफ कोर्स बैंक्स पे आई एम वेरी बुलिश. लास्ट वीक हमने साउथ इंडियन बैंक के बारे में डिस्कस किया था. दैट आल्सो परफॉर्म वेरी वेल. इट वाज अप आई थिंक 4-5%, राइट? सो यस, I think SBI is one stock which gave a very good earnings breakout, right? There was a huge gap up, and उसके बाद ये gap को उसने fill किया, ठीक है? And fill करने के बाद it is consolidating slowly and steadily. It's moving up, and moving up, right? So it's kind of a consolidation, or I would say a break मिल चुका है after this breakout, right? And I think SBI can do good. Okay, risk reward is very good. Stop loss आपका बहुत छोटा सा रहेगा 592 के आसपास. You can keep it as a negation level for trading, right? And overall chart structure बहुत strong है. Okay, so SBI is one stock which should be kept on radar. ठीक है. Any other PSU stocks which comes into your mind which we can discuss right now, which you think that maybe risk reward अच्छा है? Because there has been a very good rally in the PSU stocks, but still I think कुछ stocks में अभी भी I think there's good risk reward, and there's good amount of rally which can come, right? So anything which you want to mention, we'll open the charts and we'll quickly discuss, because I feel SBI is the leader, right? एंड लीडर के साथ रहना, जब मार्केट थोड़े से डाइसी लग रहे हो तो हमेशा लीडर के साथ रहना ही बेस्ट है, राइट? दिस इज समथिंग विच इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट लर्निंग वंस अगेन विच आई गिव ऑल टू द स्टूडेंट्स एज वेल, दैट हमेशा लीडर को देखना और लीडर के साथ रहना इज ऑल्सो अ बेटर ऑप्शन. यूको बैंक, ओके, यूको बैंक में भी एक इंटरेस्टिंग सेटअप था. आई थिंक वन ऑफ माई स्टूडेंट्स ऑलरेडी शेयर्ड मी लास्ट डे, ठीक है? So UK Bank is also on the verge of I think a multi-year breakout, ठीक है? Because it has been an underperformer since 2020, 2019, right? So you can keep UCO Bank on radar above 16. I think this can be a good breakout, ठीक है? Because बहुत multi-year का underperformance रहा है इसमें, okay? Canara Bank, yes, it's a stronger one. Okay, a sale is not a bank. Okay, Bank of India, yes. IDBI, please discuss. Okay, IDBI I think also has a good chart structure. Okay, एक inverted head and shoulder pattern का I think formation है इसमें, ठीक है? So जैसे इसका breakout आता है above 50 levels, I think this can be a very good breakout. Okay, so I think 50 के levels को cross करना चाहिए. That would be good. Okay. Union Bank has been doing good. Yes, very good. So I think everyone has their own favorite PSU bank. So keep riding if you have, but for fresh buying, be very careful and have your stop loss trailed very smartly, because PSU banks में of course अभी rally बहुत strong है, but जब ये consolidate करते हैं तो they consolidate also very strongly, right? So इसलिए हमेशा ध्यान रखना है हमें कि अगर आप buy भी कर रहे हो तो you should be very careful about which stock you are buying, and of course उसके trailing stop losses क्या है. Okay. Next stock I was trying to discuss is Ambuja Cement. Okay. Again, I've been very bullish from lower levels. काफ़ी बार हमने discuss किया है, and अभी it is making one of my favorite patterns. It is consolidating near all time high. ठीक है. So all time high के आसपास ही consolidation चल रहा है, and I think this is good. ठीक है. So with again the risk reward here looks very good to me. एक स्ट्रॉन्ग बेस बना है यहाँ पे 555 556 के लेवल्स पे. द स्टॉक हिट अ न्यू ऑल टाइम हाई, बट उसके बाद एक कंसोलिडेशन चल रहा है. तो आई थिंक दिस इज getting ready for a fresh up move. Okay. And yes, one of the strongest in the cement sector, and I think this जो जिस हिसाब से कमेंट्री थी लास्ट उसमें जो लास्ट हमारे earnings updates में, तो I think the next quarter can be good for the cement sector as well, right? And this is one of the strongest cement stocks, so I think this definitely should be there on your radar. साउथ इंडियन बैंक, कर्नाटका बैंक, दोनों के बारे में पहले बात की. आई थिंक बोथ आर वेरी वेरी गुड. ओके. सो अंबुजा के बारे में व्यू इज क्लियर. कॉन्सोलिडेटिंग नियर द ऑल टाइम हाई. आई थिंक स्टूडेंट्स मेरे सारे समझ गए होंगे. ओके. बट आई एम लाइकिंग द स्टॉक बिकॉज अगेन आई stocks consolidating near all time high, and of course the stronger ones, I think these are the ones which will give very strong breakouts once the market is in favor. Okay. One another stock, Patanjali, which is retesting the breakouts on the daily and the weekly charts, right? So this can be kind of a candidate जो retest कर रहा है. Okay. So you can look for this stock, but इस stock में मुझे एक चीज़ बहुत important है देखना. That is how the stocks is reacting after the breakout retest is happening, right? तो अभी of course breakout retest हुआ है weekly charts में, और लास्ट डे there was a doji formation. ठीक है. तो doji के हाई के ऊपर सस्टेन करना पड़ेगा, तब जाके इसमें ऐड करना चाहिए हमें, right? Because right now the stock is in consolidation phase after the breakout. Okay. So anyone, what should be the idea for you in Patanjali? Should we add it right now because breakout retest hai and the volumes are not that great, or should we wait for it to show strength? What do you think? Because ये एक बहुत क्वेश्चन सबके दिमाग में रहता है कि सर अगर ब्रेकआउट रीटेस्ट हो रहा है तो what should we do? Should we add it right away or should we wait for showing strength? Okay. Reading tongue we'll discuss definitely. Yes. Wait. Okay, yes, very good. So I'm happy with the answers everyone gave. Wait for the base formation. Absolutely. So I was going to wait for this only. So I'm very happy that you have given this answer that yes, we should wait for this to show strength, because abhi tak trend is weak, right? Though it is near I think trend line support and weekly breakout को भी retest किया है. But जब तक ये 1250 के ऊपर sustain नहीं करता, it does not show strength. I think you should buy always strength rather than buying weakness. Okay. So this is again my learning for today for you all, that buying strength is always better than buying weakness. Okay. And इस पे मैंने एक thread भी लिखा अभी recently on the Twitter. I've shared on the knowledge groups also. Okay. So if anyone is not a part of our knowledge community, there's a free knowledge community which we have. Again, the link is there in the description. You can be a part of the knowledge community, and you can enjoy what are regular updates about markets and everything. Okay. So I would my team will also share the link once again, okay, in the chat box, so you can join the knowledge community free of cost. And of course this is where we share a lot of regular updates. Okay. And the last I think the thread which I've written, which I was talking about, right? So I've given it with practical example also, so you can look into it on my Twitter handle. Okay. So Patanjali, yes, you should wait for this consolidation to happen, and then it has to show strength, it has to sustain above this levels of 1250 for you to maybe add the stock. Okay. How to maintain psychology. So okay, I'll answer this question, Varun, once we take the stock specific questions. Okay, but again, psychology during intraday trade, you should have a good setup first of all, and you should have very quick entry and exit, because intraday is all about catching the momentum and exiting once the momentum is over, right? So it's very important for you to have the right mindset and the right strategy with discipline. Okay. So now, of course, we have discussed all these all the three stocks taken, and of course, next week, uh, once the markets improve, we're going to give two more stocks taken to our premium knowledge community members, right? So again, today we have a 5% off on the knowledge community as well, and if you take both our course and be a premium knowledge community member, we're giving you 10% off. Okay, so don't miss this opportunity. A lot of new webinars. So next week, on next weekend, we're going to have a webinar for the knowledge community members, which will be free for the premium groups, right? So don't miss this opportunity. At a very nominal cost, we have all this for you all. Okay, and you can use the code CRELT5 to again get 5% off on the knowledge community membership, right? So use the code CRELT5. Okay, and again, the link is there in description, and our team will share it once again. Okay, so you can be a part of the community, and you can uh, gain regular updates from us. Okay, because we share regular updates, morning updates, regular stocks to watch, plus sectors to watch. Okay, markets में कैसे आपसे लग रहा है, एक्सपायरी ट्रेडिंग में किस तरीके से करना चाहिए, right? So it's a lot of benefits are there. So use code CREL5. Okay, and you can get 5% off for this. So now these were the two surprises for you all. Please remember, this is valid only till the morning before the market starts, right? So you can join our course if you're a serious learner. If you want to learn from the beginning, you can contact our team for any queries, for the feedbacks and everything. And you can be a premium knowledge community member on where you will be added on Telegram at a very nominal cost. And every day you get the updates. Every weekend we try to organize webinars for you all, so that you can educate yourself in the right manner. Okay. So of course, now we are going to take the stock specific questions. One by one, you can put on your questions. I have one request: please don't ask more than one or two stocks. Okay. And secondly, please mention your time frame. Okay, whether you are looking for short term, long term, or medium term, because then only I'll be able to answer. Okay. Cupid view, please. What is the level for breakout? Rohit is asking. Okay. So Cupid. Okay, I think the stock has broken out in the weekly charts, because एक strong consolidation के बाद अच्छे volumes के साथ I think last week closing आई है. So I think you should hold on to the stock, because after a long time it has closed above 260 levels on the weekly charts. Okay, the volumes were the highest, and then I think in the last few weeks, I think last 10-15 weeks, the volume was highest. So you should keep holding the stock with trailing stop losses of 240. Okay, and once it crosses last day's high, which was 270, I think this can do very well. Okay. Next, I think Padman is in Devil Slab. It is good to add, considering a decent correction after a time frame long term. Okay, so Devil Slabs for long term. I think Padman for long term, I have to see the monthly charts. Okay, so yes, we have seen a decent correction, but there's no sign of, I think, a recovery till now. Though it is at a support of 3200, right? 3200 से लेके 3000 तक एक strong support है. But I would wait for at least a daily reversal to start adding, because weekly or daily में अभी भी charts काफी weak है. I think daily में there's a breakdown also of triangle pattern, right? So I would wait for this to have a reversal on the daily charts, at least close above 3350 to start adding it. Okay, but it is better to stay away from stocks which are continuously falling. Okay, though yes, it is kind of a value buy if you say, right, because of one of the leaders in the pharma space. But जब तक earnings में turn around या price में turn around नहीं आता, I would kind of stay away from this. Okay. Next, I think Prashant is IB Real and CUB for short term. Okay, IB Real, I think daily charts very strong. Good volumes के साथ अच्छा breakout आया last day. I think it can go up to 93, 94 levels. Strong breakout. So yes, short term kill this looks good. But last day's low as negation level. Okay. So Renuka sugar for short term. Pratik is asking. Okay. Very good. Renuka, I think consolidating in a range between 54 and 60, right? So ये range को either you can play this range 60 के आसपास profit book करो, 54 के आसपास you can buy, right? और wait for this range to be broken. 60 के ऊपर I think closing आया तो this can be good. Overall structure strong है, so you can keep holding the stock. Okay. Next, I think DBOL for long term. Siddharth is asking. So DBOL, धामपुर बायो ऑर्गेनिक्स फॉर लॉन्ग टर्म. ज़्यादा चार्ट्स है नहीं इसके, बट ओवरऑल जितने हैं अभी स्ट्रॉन्ग ही लग रहा है. हाईएस्ट ओवर वीकली क्लोजिंग लास्ट वीक. ओके, आई थिंक यू शुड होल्ड ऑन टू द स्टॉक with a trailing stop loss I would say of around long term के लिए 160 and for short term के लिए you can keep it at 175 as a trailing stop loss. Okay. Next, I think Sandeep is asking about Glenmark. Want to short for short term. Okay. Want to short for short term. Okay. So Glenmark, okay, last day we had a good bearish candle on this, but I think this is kind of a breakout retest on Glenmark. So you should wait. You should wait for this to break 400 levels to maybe go on a sell, right? Because अभी तो ये breakout retest पे है. So I think you should wait for the price to confirm you that this is weak. Though the last day's candle is a little on the weaker side, but अभी तक confirmation नहीं है. Okay. Next, I think Vijay is asking about IRFC for swing, so means short term. So IRFC, I think okay, we saw a very good rally, all time high पे चल रहा है I think. So I think you should wait for this to retest, though it's a very strong breakout. ठीक है, बहुत अच्छा breakout आया है, but I think 25, 24 जो previous all time high है वहाँ तक retest आए तो should a good opportunity. If you are already holding it, then you can tail your stop losses to 26.7 or 0.80 जो last day का low है. But fresh addition के लिए I think you should wait. Next, I think REC for long term. Rishabh is asking. Okay. REC for long term. Okay. So long term के लिए I think chart structure strong है. You should add it on dips. And I think it's a very good dividend paying stock. So keep holding the stock and you can keep a trailing stop losses of around 86 levels. Okay. Next, I think Aurobindo Pharma for short term. जितना मुझे ध्यान है चार्ट्स बहुत ही ख़राब हैं, शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए भी वीक है. सो कोई भी बाउंस बैक में एग्जिट की सलाह रहेगी. एंड जब तक 500, 560 लेवल्स के ऊपर नहीं आता है आई थिंक यू शुड अवॉइड द स्टॉक. ओके. Medanta Hospital for 6 months to 1 year. Narayan is a better play. Harbans is asking. Okay, Medanta Hospitals के बारे में बात करते हैं. Medanta Global Health. Okay, so I think this is a recently listed stock. तो उसमें ज़्यादा मैं कुछ बोल नहीं पाऊँगा, ज़्यादा चार्ट्स है नहीं, मैंने ट्रैक भी नहीं किया इसको. बट येस, आई थिंक नारायण हॉस्पिटल के चार्ट्स में आपको देख के बता सकता हूँ. आई थिंक दैट आई कैन डू. ओके. So Narayan Hridayala is a good chart formation structure अच्छा है. I think it's consolidating near the all-time highs. So yes, you can keep holding this stock with a trailing stop loss of around 730. Okay. Thanks a lot, ESG. Okay, thank you so much, Padman, for those kind words. Okay. Asian Paints for 1 month. I think Indramal is asking. So Asian Paints. जितना मुझे ध्यान है चार्ट स्ट्रक्चर वीक है, बट येस इट्स काइंड ऑफ फॉर्मिंग अ बेस. तो जब तक ये 3000 लेवल्स को इंटैक्ट होल्ड करता है यू कैन होल्ड द longs for this, but 3030 अगर break होता है then this can go more down. Overall chart structure weak है जब तक 3200 cross नहीं होता. Okay, so you think you should think of exiting once it reaches around 3150 3200. रेडिंगटन लॉन्ग टर्म आई थिंक यस, बहुत अच्छा चार्ट फॉर्मेशन है रेडिंगटन का एज फार एज आई रिमेंबर. वीकली चार्ट्स में एक स्ट्रॉन्ग ब्रेकआउट आया है एंड बहुत ही अच्छा स्ट्रॉन्ग वॉल्यूम्स के साथ आई थिंक दिस ब्रेकआउट इज कमिंग राइट. You should keep holding the stock and it should trail your stop losses to around 150 levels. Short structure बहुत अच्छा. Okay. ICICI बैंक फॉर स्विंग आई थिंक देखने की मुझे ज़रूरत नहीं है. वन ऑफ माई फेवरेट बैंक्स 930 के ऊपर दिस इज अ गुड ब्रेकआउट एंड दिस ब्रेकआउट इज लॉन्ग अवेटेड राइट. तो कप एंड हैंडल का फॉर्मेशन में लास्ट डे ओनली वाज टीचिंग टू ऑल माई स्टूडेंट्स राइट. 930 के ऊपर दिस इज गोइंग टू बी अ वेरी गुड ब्रेकआउट. So keep this on your radar. ठीक है. And again I'm telling don't miss this opportunity if you're a serious learner. आपको अगर अच्छे से सीखना है and we also give after classes support and this is again available at a very reasonable rate. Market में normally सब classes लोग 25-50,000 1 lakh तक charge करते हैं. We are doing it at a very reasonable rate because we want to make it affordable for everyone. Okay, so don't miss this opportunity. Okay. Vision, your stock is not mentioned. Amit, I've already shared the view on Patanjali for short term 1250 के ऊपर अच्छा buy है. Okay, so I'm going to take the last 3 questions because again it's I think 45 past 9. Okay, 9:48 हो चुका है. I don't want to make you more set. Okay. TCS for 6 months, I think Gopal last week I shared the view on TCS that yes, it's looking strong. You should keep holding this, and for 6 months, I think you should trail your stop losses to around 3150 levels. 3150 के ऊपर है. I think TCS is strong. Okay. Shanti Gears, I'm assuming the view you want for short term. Okay. Shanti Gears one of very good stocks. बहुत अच्छा chart formation है. Keep trailing your stop losses. A fresh trailing stop loss should be around 365 and you should keep holding this stock. बहुत अच्छा chart formation है. Higher high, higher low it's forming, so it's very good. And it's one of our earlier stocks which we had covered in the lives. Okay. Bajaj Finance first swing, the last question for today. I think अभी तक तो चार्ट स्ट्रक्चर वीक है. इट इज़ फॉर्मिंग लोअर हाई लोअर लोज. जो सपोर्ट था उसके नीचे है. तो 7000 के ऊपर ही 7000 के ऊपर में आई थिंक दिस शुड बी सम स्ट्रेंथ. बट जब तक 7000 के नीचे है आई थिंक दिस स्ट्रेंथ इज़ वेरी वीक एंड यू शुड अवॉइड दिस स्टॉक फॉर लॉन्ग्स. ओके. So friends, don't forget this 5% offer on the premium knowledge community as well as the technical analysis live and derivatives is only available tomorrow morning. Give it a thought. If you have any doubts, you can schedule a call with us tomorrow. You can WhatsApp us at 8240837252 and you can chat with us for any doubts. Okay. So thank you so much everyone. For joining. I think it was a pleasure talking to you all and it was of course a lot of learnings from you all as well. Okay, I hope I was able to add value and the main motto again to do this lives is always to add value and keep sharing your feedbacks with us. See you all next week. We are going to host a webinar for the knowledge community members, so stay tuned for that and I wish you all the best for investing as well as trading, but be very mindful, be very vigilant. As I've told you last week, next week is going to be very, very crucial. You have to either exit stocks very fast or you have to add the stronger ones. Okay. So thank you so much everyone for joining. It was a pleasure talking to you all. Good night, take care, and I'll see you all next week. And the learning for today is stay invested and stay vigilant. Thank you so much.
I mean,